Hello everyone. In the previous lecture, we studied the transfer pricing, how to determine the arm's length price, and the definition of associated enterprise. And in this particular video, we are continuing the transfer pricing revision lecture. Firstly, we will find the answer for this question. What to be done in the situations where there are more than one arm's length prices? In the case where the number of data in the data set is less than 6, the arm's length price is the average of all the available arm's length prices. And where the number of data in the dataset is more than or equal to 6, then the range concept shall be applied. Where the number of data in the dataset is less than 6, in such case, the provision of transfer pricing is not applicable if the difference between the actual transaction price and the arm's length transaction price is up to 3%. Okay, now let us understand it through an example. In the given example, since the number of data in the dataset is less than 6, we have to use the first approach. The first step is to find the average of all the items given in the dataset. Secondly, find the difference between the actual transaction price and the average arm's length price in percentage. Since in the given scenario, the difference is more than 3%, the transfer pricing provision would be applicable. Accordingly, the arm's length price is 128.8. Okay, now let's see the steps to be followed under range concept. The first step is to arrange all the items in the dataset in the ascending order. The second step depends on whether the total number of data is an odd number or an even number. If the total number of data is an even number, then the second step is to find the average of 35th percentile and its next number, and 65th percentile and its next number. And where the total number of data is an odd number, the second step is to calculate the number next to the 35th percentile and the number next to the 65th percentile. Let us take, there are 90 numbers in the data set. After arranging the data in the ascending order, we have to calculate the 35th percentile. It comes around 6.65. So we have to select the next number, that is 7. Again, we are calculating the 65th percentile. It comes around 12.35. So we are picking the next number, that is 13. Okay, now let us take the total number of data in the data set as 20. First, we are calculating the 35th percentile. It comes around 7. Since the total number of data is an even number, we have to calculate the average of 7th and 8th number. And the 65th percentile comes around 13. So we have to take the average of 13th and 14th number. The transfer pricing provision would not be applicable if the actual transaction price lies in between the above range, and where the actual transaction price falls outside the range. In such case, the transfer pricing provision would be applicable and the arm's length price is nothing but the average of 50th percentile and the next number. Same way, if the total number is an odd number and if the actual transaction price falls in between the above range, then the transfer pricing provision would not be applicable. And where the actual falls in between the above range, then the transfer pricing provision would be applicable. The arm's length price would be the next to whole number of the 50th percentile. Okay guys, now let us see altogether a new topic, transaction with the person located in notified jurisdiction area. Let us take India and another country which is a notified jurisdictional area. So any transaction between India and the country NJA would be covered under this provision. In case of such transaction, all the parties to the transaction would be deemed to be associated enterprise and the transaction would be deemed to be international transaction, and the transfer pricing provision would be applicable without any exceptions. Okay, now let's see the specific points in relation to the payments and the receipts. In case of any payment to the person located in NJA country, the minimum TDS rate would be the highest of 30%, the rate specified in the provisions and the rates in force. In case of receipts of any loan from the person located in the NJA country, such loan would be deemed to be included in the income of the assessee if the assessee fails to explain the source of the loan in the hands of the lender or its beneficial owner. The revision lecture of primary and secondary adjustment and the section 94B itself has come around 5 to 7 minutes, so it will be uploaded as a separate video. If you want to download today's lecture in the PDF form, you can download it from our Telegram channel. The link to the Telegram channel is given in the description.